particularly fond of walking and running, so they'll probably be exhausted by the time they get into the arena. They'll lift as much as you want, they'll run with weight, but ask them to mow the lawn or walk for 5 minutes, and they mow like mad. I'm sure the ladies find their husbands are exactly the same, aren't they? Our skip guys are all dedicated to fitness and parking as near the competition platform as possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand to the Scottish Power Pipe Band and our world strong men. And led by Starflight Police. Jamie, you a pleasant flight to Italy, and you see if you can't get some real spirit into that team and make them win. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and privilege sword and shield, signifying that he won the TWI World's Strongest Man in San Sebastian, Spain last year, Jamie Reeves, the Iron Man from Steel City. A man who's been nicknamed the Highlander and Scotland's strongest man in 1988, Ian Murray of Irvine. It wouldn't do if we hadn't a Glaswegian in the lineup, and for this we have one of our greatest Scottish competitors, world junior powerlifting record holder, wee Davie Shaw from Glasgow. Give him a big hand, come on. Where's all that Glasgow crowd giving him a shout? The boys call him wee Davie, but he's actually 5'10" in height. Then we have a gentleman who's been in 4 Olympic Games, and he's also competed many times in the World's Strongest Man, Ilkka Numisto of Finland. Harder than competing is saying some of these names, and another gentleman from Finland has a real tongue twister of a name to us. It's Marcussen Vierte, last year's strongest man of Finland. The Netherlands' strongest man, we mustn't say Holland's strongest man, that's like calling Scotland England. The Netherlands' strongest man, all the way from Friesland, is Tjalling van den Bosch. He's all well wrapped up in his knees and everything. He thinks it's cold in the kilt, or he's cold in the kilt and he's kilt with a cowl, he says. But he comes from Friesland, so he's always cold. And then from Dundee, we have the current Scotland's strongest man. He's going to represent us in the World Powerlifting Championships, Brian Bell. A man with a great following in Scotland and seen over 400 times on Scottish television, advertising the summer programs, 3 times World's Strongest Man and 3 times World Muscle Power Championship, Jon-Pall Sigmarsson of Iceland. They call him the Iceman, but for goodness sake, don't call him the Eskimo. He gets a little bit wild. From Denmark, and only 2 weeks ago winning the Hercules competition of Denmark, we have Henning Thorsen. The Scandinavian countries produce many great strongmen, and the winner of the Denmark 10 in Canada, which is their French-Canadian version, an invitational to the world's strongest men, Hjalti Arnason of Reykjavik. And the biggest above big men, a new star and the world's record holder in powerlifting and the world super heavyweight powerlifting champion, the great Odie Wilson, USA. And he's brought the fan club all the way from the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, these then are our competitors. But we are delighted and honored to have with us a representative of the sponsors, and to open the games officially, I call on Mr. Duncan White, of the Finance Director of Scottish Power.
Thanks very much, David. On behalf of Scottish Power, I'd like to welcome all the competitors and spectators to the Scottish Power Challenge of 1990. This is the first time this has been held in Scotland, and we're delighted in Scottish Power to be the sponsor of the event. 1990, as you all know, is Glasgow's European City of Culture, and we've had ballet, pop concerts, opera, drama, comedy and sports, and we're adding our own flavour to that event. As you heard earlier in the introduction, this is a very international affair. I have to say I was very glad there was no Swedes here. I might have been tempted to insult them because of Saturday coming up. But the events that they face go back in history a number of years, and David, during the course of the events, will explain these to you. Scottish Power is proud of its links with Scotland, and as we are preparing for an exciting future, I can only wish the men, the competitors, the ladies, every assistance and every best wish for their success in the competition. I can only close now and hand back to David and say thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan White, Finance Director of Scottish Power. I'm now going to call on Mr. White to open the proceedings in a way which goes back to the days of King Malcolm Canmore in 1040-something, in the 11th century. He started the games and finding strong men for his bodyguard by beating his sword in the shield to start the proceedings, and we're going to ask Mr. White to take the champion's sword and shield and beat it to the four winds, north, south, east and west, to all the airs. Not necessarily in the order given, but here is Mr. Duncan White opening the games in the traditional manner, the four-stroke signifying the opening and the start of proceedings. And the games are now open. Thank you, Mr. Duncan White. I'd like to ask Mr. White to stand in front of the competitors for a photograph, a group photograph. If the competitors could make two lines, one half in front of the other. And those of you with cameras can come round to this side here and take a photograph as long as you make sure that the Scottish Power flag is in the background of your picture. Mr. White, that's fine. Anybody else? Our referee is here. Our referee is Dr. Douglas Edmunds. Dr. Edmunds was twice caber tossing champion of the world. He knows all about strongman competitions, having taken part in the powerlifting championships of the world, representing Zambia no less.
Gentlemen, this way, please. And again, thank you. One more here, please. Thank you.
And the audience are willing to take, they're quite acceptable to take pictures. Right, thank you very much, gentlemen. Let the show commence. At the end of the games, the champion's sword and shield will be given to the winner of this heat, who will take it to the opening tomorrow. After that, it will be taken on to the next international strongman event. Our first event is part of the Glasgow celebrations as the European Capital of Culture for 1990. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scottish Power Fight Band on their way to Italy. Davie Shaw, and I think he's opposed by Henning Thorsen of Denmark. Davie Shaw with the railing, nearest to the railing, and Henning Thorsen of Denmark in the ring nearest to the center of the arena. All the competitors are wearing the festival costumes by Edinburgh Woolen Mill through Antarctic Village, and it's one of the most popular costumes among strongmen. And give him a wee cheer. Come on, give him a wee cheer. Give him a start. It's hard to get it started. They're finding it difficult to get the truck started because they're pulling slightly uphill. I hope they've let the brakes off. Oh, look at this. Without the starting box, it's nearly impossible. Hold it, and you've got to stop the Brian Bell nearest to the fence, Tjalling and Bosch, the curly hair and the beard. And both of us doing well. And Charlie doing a short, sharp, snapping step. Come on, shout on everybody. Come on, give a wee bit of a cheer, a shout. Come on then. Good man, Charlie. Keep it going, Brian. Keep it going. Keep it going, Brian. Keep it going. We'll give you the time, but just a little competition. He was competing in Tjalling games again, and that's fine. One of them, right on, and so also Finland's strongest man of last year, Marcussen Vierte, the here man here is French, short here, and Ian Murray from Scotland, is the long here man here in the arena. Off they go. Yes, and they manage to start. Good. Watch them pick up the pace in the short. Ian Murray forward and struggling. Rolling his way through to a good find. Come on, Martin. Come on again. Come on, that's the stuff. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah. Very nice. Good time. Good time for 4 minutes. Ian Murray goes into third place over Marcussen Vierte of Finland. So Scotland done very well there. Come on, Odie, you got a supporter. Come on, Hjalti. Come on, Hjalti. Come on, Odie. Keep down, Odie. Keep down. That's the stuff. Make it good, really good. Keep it going. That's the stuff. Come on, Hjalti. Keep it going. Yeah. Nearly in every heat, the fastest time was done by the truck nearest to the center of the arena. Not always, but the best time actually recorded there. We'll give you an average of, we'll do a cumulative total of the 2 times, and the total of the 2 times. You see if you can't get some real spirit into that team and make them win. Themselves are very aware of the situation at all times. For those who have just arrived, this is the first event in the Scottish Power Challenge, the second round of the truck pool. Come on then, Davie. Come on, Henning. Come on, give him a wee bit shout. Davie Shaw from Glasgow versus Henning Thorsen of Denmark. Come on, Davie. Come on, out of his way. Come on, Davie. Come on, Henning. Dive. Yeah. Almost a dead heat. A dead heat. Strongman, and it's Brian Bell and nearest the centre, and Tjalling and Bosch on the other side. Come on, Brian, and come on, Charlie. Come on, boy, pull like mad. That's his stuff. Come on, get the pigeons out the road. Come on then. Come on. There. I wouldn't like to be the judge watching that. It's so hard to set them apart. Reeves, that's his stuff. And I think because that's the last heat, we should give a big hand to the drivers, Eddie and Billy, who managed to stop each time and not kill off any of our competitors in the first round. Well done. Of William Wallace. Don't take it just yet, you'll tire yourself out. We'll bring him right out in the middle of the arena here. Over here, I'll tell you what. Can everybody see them from here? Good. Okay. They're going to be passed since the Olympics were revived in 1896. Time for the referee to give it a good lift. Yes? We're auctioning off the bar now, 100 kilos, 110. NB1 to come into 110. 120 kilos, 264 pounds. 120 kilos, first attempt for Marcussen Vierte of Finland. Substituting for Ilkka Numisto, who injured his bicep at the weekend in the World Highland Games Heavy Event Championship. £264, a very high starting poundage on the log. The blocks may be used to put under the ground to save them stretching their hamstrings and also to let them get their toes under the bar. They can use a couple of blocks on the end of the weight if they so desire. Good look. And he's got it there. Well done. Ian Murray, first attempt, 120, 264 pounds. John? Well done. Okay, doesn't seem too much, whatever it might be. O.D. Wilson is also taking 120. Now that's a lightweight for him. We know he's pretty strong with his stick. Well, if O.D. says it isn't a lightweight, then it isn't a lightweight. I'm prepared to take his word. No way I'm going to argue with O.D. Wilson. Look at the size of his arm. Bigger than my leg. Come on, O.D. All the way from North Carolina to get a real feat of strength. Look at that. He said it wasn't light. I thought it looked it. Davie Shaw decided to take this also?
Walk on now.
Well done, Brian. Good lift. Excellent lift for Brian Bell.
Walk on now. Come on, David, do that. Come on. Do that.
Davie Shaw, push it out very easy. Well done. Henning Thorsen from Denmark. And he made it. Well done. Weight is going on to 130 kilos. And here, those who are making their first attempt go first. Those who are making to make his attempt will be Jon-Pall Sigmarsson with 130 kilos. 286 pounds. First attempt, 130 kilos. The bar is loaded, the log is loaded to 130, and I think there are a number of the competitors are electing to take this weight. All ready to go. First attempt for Jon-Pall Sigmarsson. 286 pounds. Oh, plenty of noise. As you can see, Jon-Pall Sigmarsson has had many arm injuries over the years, and his arm lock is not the best in the world. Up it goes, easy over. They jump or pole vaulting and so on, and eventually we'll find who can throw it over the bar when it reaches its greatest height. That was Henning Thorsen. He's up his elbow, he's up his ankle, but he's still a strong man with a stick. Ian Murray from Irvine. Come on, you can do this easily. Come on. Hup. That's it. Hup. Come on. Up, 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 up. No. It didn't turn over, so it's no throw. I think he's got to stay at feet. Charlie van den Bosch from the Netherlands. Give him a correct name, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Charlie competes in Scottish Highland Games, so he's no stranger to the cable. A great many more. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson of Iceland, who has the best record on this particular event, having won the competition at Challanege, where the only time the event has been tried out. Fighting power in the Scottish Power Challenge. Well done. Years ago, Marco and Ilkka have introduced caber tossing to Finland, and both of them are now very competent caber tossers. Come on, Marco. Up, over you go. Up. Yeah, good. Taking a fair bounce on the rubber blocks. They're down to protect the square. Hjalti Arnason. Hjalti from Iceland has rather a tough deal at times, being somewhat in the shadow of Jon-Pall Sigmarsson, but he is a great strong man in his own right, as you saw in the log lift, and he won the Davie Mark 10 tournament in Canada 2 years ago, 1988. Come on, Hjalti, over it goes. Hjalti also competes in Highland Games, so he's a good caber tosser. Davie Shaw. Of course, caber tossing is not just arm power. You use your legs, you use your back, and you use your arms and shoulders too. Good coordination is necessary to be a good caber tosser. Davie's hardest job is balancing the caber. See what I mean? We nearly lost the Sky Television cameraman there. It's no throw. You don't get any extra points if you hit a cameraman, Davie. O.D. Wilson. Now, this guy has never tried the caber before. Never. I mentioned earlier the clan being in the film Bullseye, the Michael Winner film, the man that made Death Wish. Well, also in that film is Jon-Pall Sigmarsson tossing the caber, and he tossed the caber right towards the cameras, within a foot of the cameras each time. Now this guy's real strong, so a little caber, if you call this little, doesn't do much harm. Look at the size of those arms. Wow. Come on, O.D., over it goes. Hurry. That's a kind of toothpick for O.D., but it touched the rope too heavily. Judge doesn't mind if it skips over, but if it really touches the rope, he doesn't give him the throw. But next, Jamie Reeves, who is in the lead overall in the competition. Doing well. Look how easily he lifts it. He knows what caber tossing is all about. They're not running so fast as they usually do. In caber tossing, they usually run at a fair speed, but here, control is all important. Up it goes, yeah! An easy throw for Jamie Reeves. Gets a camera stuck in his ear for his pain. Now, here's Ian Murray telling him to get much closer. He doesn't want to run very far with it. In fact, he'll probably need to do a standing throw. But he's got to make that caber turn, and that's what he'll be concentrating on this time. Come on then, Ian, turn it right over. Come on now, good throw. Hup. He's pulling on one leg, but he does it easy. Did you see, he was using one leg only as he threw that caber, but he's strong enough in the arms and shoulders to compensate. So he's on his own now. Come on, Davie, take your time, take your time. Programs are on sale at £1 each. Program, come on, Davie. No throw, so Davie is out. He's lost a contact lens, so if anybody sees a contact lens, please hand it back to Charlie van den Bosch.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on then, Hjalti. Hey! Control is difficult. Difficult to control, eh? And that's why we've got a fair size arena here. It is perfectly safe. We feel very confident that nobody's going to get that much out of control. Now here's Ian Murray.
12, I would have thought.
No longer can we call anybody skippy. He's limpy. Come on, hop along. You can do it. Use both legs though. Control it. Come on, Ian. You can do this. Make it turn. You can do this. Good high toss and make it turn. Come on, not pushing it. Up, 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 up. Oh, beauty! What a beauty. Very nice indeed.
No niin, nyt onpa tähän kato, kun toi konehommat näkyykö tonne, tuli kummin. Just noin, nyt näkyy hyvin siinä takaa. No, se on tärkeää.
Kaikki näkyy hyvin.
Kaikki näkyy hyvin, joo. No. Ei liian piukkaa, sit kato, ettei
Here they are then, the lifting of the McGlashan stones. Pounds are much higher than what is usually used in the lower level competitions. This is the highest level of competition, and he's done it. Well done. And now the last one, the toughest of all. Only 6 or 7 people have lifted it, and only 5 in the biggest barrels like this. Come on then, Hjalti. No, he says no. He couldn't make it. He's not going to kill himself because that stone is virtually unliftable. Well, you've got the idea of the stones of strength, and you can see that these men have really come to manhood. Now, this next fella has a bit of a task, because he not so tall as the other competitor. He's only 5'10", which is, of course, above average height, but he's in amongst giants.
Watch is ready. Ready.
And he's off. Come on, Davie.
Come on, Davie.
Come on, Davie.
Yes.
Good man. Well done.
Come on, Davie. Come on.
Come on, Davie.
Number 2, did it easily. 3, now this is where his height begins to tell.
Davie.
Come on, Davie, take your time, but control it. That's it, number 3.
Come on, Davie. Nice and tight.
Come on, Davie.
Davie.
Come on, give him some hands. Give him a shot of Come on, Davie. Come on, Scotland. Come on, Davie. That's it. Come on, you can do it. He's still going to try it. He's not giving up.
Come on, Davie.
You could do this. Come on,
Come
number 3.
on.
Number 3, you've done it before and you
Come
can do
on.
it again.
Come on.
Come on, Davie.
Come on.
Davie Shaw.
Yeah.
This time.
Come on, Davie.
Onto the knees and straight up.
Yes. Come on.
Oh, that's the boy.
Get
Come on.
Get under it. Come
Come
on.
on, Davie, you can do this. Keep at it, keep at it.
Good.
And the blood is coming through the tape from his arm. Really taking the skin off his arm. But a very, very good drive from Davie Shaw of Glasgow Belarus Sports Centre. He's off. Marcussen Vierte of Finland. Test number 4 in the Scottish Flower Challenge.
Go on, Marco.
Come on, Marco. That's the boy. That's the fella. That's it. Changes his hand grip. Yes. Come on, keep pushing. That's the boy. And now the one that really pulls it in.
That's enough.
No, he says that's enough. He knows that 4th one is a killer. Brian Bell from Scotland. Here he comes, number 2.
Steady that stone when it gets up there, lads. Come on, Brian.
Now here's Brian and number 4.
Come on, Brian.
Come on, Brian. Up on the knees, good man.
Come on, Brian.
Yes, he made number 4. 3, sorry, 3. Here's the 4th one. This is the 4th.
Come on.
Brian Bell trying the 4th one. Oh, he's still got time. He's still got plenty of time. No, he decides. No, he is. He's going to try it. He's going to try it. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. It'll help him a lot if you shout him on. Come on, Brian. Keep it going. Come on. Maximum effort. Come on. Come on, help him. Come on, Brian. Where's all Brian's fans here? That's it. Come on, then. He's trying. Yes, come on, then. Encourage him. Let's see him make it. Come on, then. Come on, yeah. Now, you see what happens when you cheer. Without your cheering, there is no way that he would have made that.
Watch you ready.
And here comes Eli. The good one for the stones. He's limping a lot, as you can see, but But he is very strong in this event. Come on, Ian. That's fine. Number 3. Oh, he's finding it hard to walk, let alone run. So his time's going to be slower, but he is strong and he can do it. Straight on the knees. Come on, Ian. Up you come. Watch it. He's limping there. He'll do the 4th one, I'm sure. If you give him a bit of help. And remember, injured though he is, he's keeping going. Come on, Ian Murray. Come on. Come on now. Come on. You'll get it up. You can do it. That's a boy. That's a boy. That's it. Come on now. Up, 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 up. Yeah. And he's going for 5. Come on, Ian. Go for it. Go for it. Come on. That's it. Come on. That's it. Go for it. And he's got it off the ground. Come on. Up, 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 up. You can do it. No, not today. Oh, but give him a big hand for being such a valiant competitor in the face of injury. Well done, Ian Murray. Up it goes easily. 130 kilos. 286 pounds. Fourth one. 150. 230 pounds. O.D. Wilson, USA. Come on, O.D. Come on, O.D. He made it. And that must be a good time. And here number 5. Ah, come on. Come on. He's going to eat it. Come on, boy. Come on, O.D. Number 5. O.D. Wilson, look at this. Look at this. Come on, O.D. Come on, O.D. You can do this. Come on, mate. Come on, fella. Come on, O.D. Get the hands around it. No. But that was a great attempt. What a show. You put it on good one. That was great. And I'll tell you, he's left a lot of skin on that pit stone. The blood just all over it now. This is the hard one. And you've done it good. Oh, easy. Now then, number 5. And he's going to make a real determined effort at it. Come on, he's shouting. He's shouting himself. Come on, that's it, Henning. Henning. Come on, Henning. Come on, Henning. Fight hard. Where's all these Danish people? Shout them on in Danish. Come on. And Thor's son. Came off the ground with a valiant attempt, but it just lets you see how tough. And look at his arms. Hold them up, let's see them. Look at his arms there. Look at the nets they are with blood. Well, 1989. Come on then, Jamie. City. He comes from Sheffield. White Denny. Oh, come on, easy, Jamie. Hold it. You see a little bit too rough. Come on then, control it, control it. That could have come from a second. Come on, Jamie. Number 4. And here he is, trying number 5. Nobody has succeeded yet. Can he make it? Jamie Reeves. Come on, Jamie. He's going to be good. Come on, Jamie. Come on, Jamie. Hey, look at that. Well done, Jamie Reeves. How's that? 5 stone. Jamie, I'm delighted to see that it can be done on the big valve. Well done. Yes. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson, the left one. Come on. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And Icelandic from Hjalti Arnason. Number 4 and number 5. Can he make it? Can he duplicate? Can he do it? Yay! Number 5. What is the time? I wonder. Well done, Jon-Pall. Can I see the time? I don't want to go too close to the... Can we see it? We don't want to go too close to... Jim, can you bring it over? Sorry? 22.28, a new world record on the McGlashan stone. For Jon-Pall Sigmarsson of Iceland and Jamie Reeves, a fantastic second. Ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing two pieces of history here this afternoon with the McGlashan stone. David Clark here. I hope you haven't been eating, David, because you're required in this event. Where's David Clark? The late David Clark. David Clark is out to Dr. Edmunds and Jim Pollock. Hjalti Arnason of Iceland with 23, and Jon-Pall just a little bit behind him at 21.5. But the cable's going to alter those scores. Thorsen of Denmark is next with 20 points. So it's looking quite good for the Scandinavians. But Jamie Reeves, the Iron Man from Steel City, is still in the lead. As the penultimate event in the Scottish Power Challenge. Competitors have been invited from all over the world. We have representatives from as far as USA here today. Denmark is represented by Henning Thorsen. Iceland is well represented by Hjalti Arnason and Jon-Pall Sigmarsson. We have two Finns, Ilkka Numisto, from the many Olympic Games. Incidentally, he was a canoeist at the Olympic Games. He started powerlifting very late. And
It's nice doing it, isn't it?
David, going for that weight next featherweight.
Just very low on the ground, because there is a danger of straining the hamstring. It's a rugby or a whole strength competition. The hamstrings tend to get stretched and strained. And of course that doesn't have other harm in the later event. So they tend to use a different kind of run. They don't ask any quarter, they don't give any, but when they're not competing, they're the best of friends, they're good to each other, and a nice spirit prevails. And we'd like the boys and girls in the audience to remember that and copy that rather than some of the other things that we see in the less desirable aspects of sport. The competitors in strength are encouraged to be sociable, to help each other. They give each other advice, and sometimes, as you can see, they even lend each other the French chalk or tacky or whatever it might be. On the odd occasion, girls and the men waiting the same.
Charlie, Brian Bell, please.
Spectacular events like car rolling, turning cars over. There is a new event, although it has been seen in films and days gone by 20 years ago, the car lift,
Which two do you want? That's okay, they're great. They'll do, okay.
I don't want a cloth on your head.
Yeah, look at the tissue.
Well, bring these forward and put them in the line because the back line is in the ground. In the middle of the line, yeah. On the line, well, there. I got my best shot.
Let's shout the guy as well, okay? Get a cloth, Healthy.
Shouting them, don't drop us. Just don't drop me.
Stop wobbling!
So you get tacky for our hand, bro. I was going to say that. No, I think.
and is determined to reach the top.
Body.
This particular
Hold the bar.
despite the fact that the scale is the smallest of the European.
Now, into the position.
Let him have a try, see what he feels like.
Marina now at the back of the
Try it.
feel it. Just feel it, OG. Get up top. Feel it. Take a practice. Are you happy?
Okay.
You happy? Now I'm going to say lift, and I'm going to blow the whistle, okay? Lift.
The other side, Odie Wilson doing the same. Odie Wilson and Hjalti Arnason carrying them round the barrels. They've got to go round the barrels and back to the top barrel and then back to the red line. Odie determined not to rush it too much. He's keeping his stamina to the end. Somebody's guiding on the way. Then you go up West George Street and the long past Socky Hall Street and back down Argyle Street. Hjalti Arnason going into the final heat. If they can't carry it the full distance, we mark the place and see who can carry it the toughest. But here he is coming past it, and we'll get the times from David Huxley and Eddie New. Well done, Hjalti Arnason. Well done, Odie Wilson. Now you've got the idea. The yoke race, they're all timed, so although they're racing against each other to add interest and have a little bit of a race and egg them on, they are timed individually, and at the end of the 4 to 5 heats, we will put them into order in order of timing. And you'll be able to judge for yourself if it's a fast heat or a slow heat. And they're off. And at this side, coming round, we have Brian Bell, and at the far side, Tjalling van den Bosch. Charlie van den Bosch in the lead, but it's a fair weight that they're carrying with the people and the extra weight.
Come on, Charlie.
Charlie van den Bosch in the lead at the moment. Brian Bell from Dundee, taking his time and keeping the control. And Charlie van den Bosch coming in for a very fast heat, and that I'm sure should put him into the lead. We'll give you the timings as soon as we can. Come on, Brian, come on, give him a little encouragement. Let's see if we can help him finish the course. Come on, Brian, try and finish it. Try and finish it, Brian. Is he going to make it? Come on, Brian, try and finish it. Keep it if you can. Keep it if you can. And it's staggered off. One of the things is they've got to control it.
Finish it out! Finish it! Come on! Come on!
And he finished the course. Well done. As you can see, he didn't gain anything by timekeepers include David Huxley, who's the Australian Highland Games heavy event champion, and Henning Thorsen, the Hercules of Denmark, comes round the corner first with Marcussen Vierte, very, very close together. Ilkka Numisto, his training partner and many times Olympian, is encouraging him and following him down the course. Henning in the lead now. It's a hard sport. Trying to cut the corner as much as possible to get round the barrel without touching it. Isn't it tough going? Marcussen Vierte catching up as Henning Thorsen flags a little bit. This is the thing, they've got to judge it for themselves as whether or not they've got to go fast at the beginning or whether they're going to tire themselves out. Mark is a very fit man, does a lot of running. He's a former policeman, but now operates a printing company, and he's a
Come on, Marco, go for it now.
in addition. So here they are, Henning Thorsen regaining his lead and a spurter speed to finish Well done, Henning Thorsen, and well done, Marcussen Vierte of Finland. The Vikings. Well done. And Jim Pollock and his partners will be carried now by of Scottish Thanx events. And now Jon-Pall and Davie Reeves are battling down the course neck and neck. And first into the continent by a short head is Jon-Pall, but nothing in it at all. Nothing in it at all. Jamie's cutting the corner a little bit too much, but he's still got time to catch up. And it's a fast time for Sigmarsson, the son of Sigmar, the Viking. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson steaming down the course like a runaway train. Beautiful time, must be a great time, and this must be a good one. Ah! What's he on about? Well done, Jamie Reeves. Give them both a big hand. Well done. You can always tell when Mr. Sigmarsson is pleased with his prowess. Well done, Jon-Pall. Well done, Jamie. That must be a good time. Well done. And that is the fastest time so far. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson doing 42.10 to beat Charlie Vandenborg's time of 45.92. A very early one. Jamie Reeves is in third place with 48.70, losing a few seconds as he went into a very tight turn on the barrel. So the competition is very, very tight indeed, because Jon-Pall Sigmarsson lost a few with misjudging his attempts on the log lift, but then Odie Wilson, who did very well on the log lift, has gone out early on the caber. Jamie Reeves is still the overall leader, but anything can happen in this Scottish Power Challenge. We'd like to take this opportunity of thanking Scottish Power for their sponsorship of this event, and also Glasgow District Culture, who are putting this in as part of their celebration for Glasgow in 1990 as the cultural capital of Europe. To both these people, our sincere thanks are extended. It's present and demonstrating its strength. And here they come then. It's Ian Murray, the wounded Highlander, making a very valiant try, and Davie Shaw, the two Scots. Never mind, Davie, you just think of yourself, Ian, and Davie, you mind your own one too. Come on then. Taking it well down, going to try and complete this course. Give them a big encouragement for the two Scots. Come on, Ian, that's great. That's great. That's right, you're doing great, Ian. You're doing great. Well done, Davie. Ladies and gentlemen, your appreciation, please, our great white band. May we take this opportunity of wishing the Scottish white band, the Power of Scotland, good journey to Italy, and see if you can get the Flower of Scotland playing a little bit better. Now, ladies and gentlemen, He's got his own fan club here. Is that his dad? No. Okay, next, Hjalti Arnason from Reykjavik in Iceland. The winner of the Vierte from Finland, the strongest man in Finland, 1988. We'll tell you more about all these men later. The man who was scheduled to come in the competition today, he's been in a number of different Olympic games representing Finland, took up powerlifting, won the Finland strongest man a number of times. Here he is, Ilkka Numisto of Finland. Well known to people in Scotland by his many appearances on television, in strongest man competitions and also in advertising. We have the Viking from Iceland, 3 times winner of the world's strongest man, Jon-Pall Sigmarsson of Iceland, son of Reykjavik. Jon-Pall. Next we have the man who won the Netherlands strongest man title. He's also got a name hard to say for us, Tjalling van den Bosch from Friesland in the Netherlands. We call him Charlie. Next, the Hercules of Denmark and Denmark's strongest man, Henning Thorsen from Vandal. And we know we have got some Danish supporters here. And now another power of Scotland from Dundee, the present Scotland's strongest man, world powerlifting, record holder in the under-23 division, Brian Bell of Dundee. Also powerlifters here to support us. A man who was injured yesterday and is well staffed up, but he's a tough guy. He won the Scotland's strongest man the year before Brian, and here he is, Ian Murray from Irvine. Then we have to have a Glasgow competitor, haven't we? And so we got a man who's the under-23 and Commonwealth record holder in powerlifting, Davie Shaw from Glasgow. We call him Lee Davie. And right alongside Lee Davie, we have Big O.D., the world super heavyweight powerlifting champion. You might have seen him in the film Mad Max. He's the strongest man in powerlifting at the moment worldwide. O.D. Wilson from North Carolina, USA. And we call the Nightmare. And we have another 2 Nightmares at the end, officials in the competition. We have Jim Pollock from Eagle Pride, and Douglas Edmunds, Dr. Douglas Edmunds, twice world game tossing champion and chief judge of the competition. He's very sharp. That's his daughter shouting for her daddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we call upon Jamie Reeves to open the games exhibition, which goes back to the days of King Malcolm Canmore in the 11th century. He's going to beat the sword on the shield to the north, south, east and west, but definitely not in that order. Jamie Reeves, the 4th strike, sounding the start of the game. Let the games commence. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Our first event is the truck pool with an arm-over-arm pool. We're just about ready to start, and the first 2 men are the injured Ian Murray and Davie Shaw from Glasgow. 2 Scots against each other. Ian Murray on my left, and the smaller of the 2, Davie Shaw. Ian Murray with the long blonde hair, Davie Shaw with the short black hair. Now, I suppose being in Glasgow, we might expect to hear Davie Shaw getting all the applause, but don't forget, Ian Murray is injured with a very badly strained ankle, so I think he deserves a little support as well. What I would suggest is this, that they will be taking the brakes off in a minute. As soon as the guys take the screen, the vans might go forward quickly. Brakes off. Yes. The boys are holding on position so they don't slide forward. And they're off. And they're off, and Ian Murray's got his started. Come on then, Ian. What about those shouting for Davie? Come on, Davie. Come on, Davie. Come on, Davie. Pull hard. Come on, Davie. That's it. Fast as you can. Pull hard. Come on, Davie. Come on, you got it. That's it, boy. Come on, Davie. Come on, now. Start for Davie. Who's got it? Come on, high enough. Come on, Davie. Come on. Two identical timings of 2 timers on each man, and 27.96 for Ian Murray. With a short here, and Brian Bell from Dundee with a longer tail here. The fellows behind them are not pulling on the rope, they're only paying it in. They're paying it in, they're not pulling. Make sure there's a little bit of slack on the rope so that it's not, so it rounds and doesn't get in their way. Marcussen Vierte on the side where the cart is, and Brian Bell on the side where the fans are. Marcu and Brian.
Brakes off!
Brakes off!
Get the strain!
Take the strain. They're off! And Marco started and Brian was a little bit slower, but he made it. Now they're coming. Brian is using his legs a good deal and doing quite well. Marco doing a longer pull. Brian's catching up. He's catching up. Come on, Marco! Come on, Brian! Come on, Brian! And Marco has caught up, and Brian is ahead again. And ahead again, ahead.
Bullshit!
Brakes off. Take the strain. They're on. And both of them started at exactly the same time. Both of them started. Come on, keep it going. That's the stuff. Good. Yes, it's good timing. Henning slightly in the lead. Come on, keep that truck pulling. Fast hands, fast hands. Get the hands moving fast. That's the idea. Come on and keep it going fast. Fast, fast. Going to be good times here.
Come on!
And we'll give you the times in just a moment.
Brakes off!
And they're off.
No! No! Here, again! Here, come on! Here, again! Come on! Here, again! Here, come on! Here, again! Here, again! Here, again! Come on! Again! Faster! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Here, easy meat, man! Come on! Come on!
Good too, man.
Van den Bosch at 24. The 5:50. And the time for Jamie Reeves we'll give you in just a moment when we get there. Remember, they're all going to switch trucks now and pull once again. Get out of here.
Brakes off!
And they're off.
No! No! Here, again! Here, come on! Here, again! Come on! Here, again! Here, come on! Here, again! Here, again! Here, again! Come on! Again! Faster! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Here, easy meat, man! Come on! Come on! Take your cruise, man.
Leader is Van den Bosch at 24:20. 22:30 for Jon-Pall Sigmarsson. The fastest time in the contest, 22:30. And the time for Jamie Reeves we'll give you in just a moment when we get there. Remember, they're all going to switch trucks now and pull once again. Side of the time.
didn't get to see much. I just down to my other way. So it seems to be the two.
Brakes off.
Brakes off. Take the strain. Let him stop this time. Look at Ian Murray's rolling away here.
Come on!
Good guy. Very good. And Davie's doing better than he did last time too. Slightly in the lead. Next to Scott, Ian Murray is in third place over Hjalti Arnason and Charlie Bosch. Come on, Brian, and come on, Marco. Come on, Brian, and come on, Marco. Brian Bell pulling hard and fast like good roar. See how the Scots really get himself psyched up. Come on, Marco. Pull hard. Come on, Brian. Good man. Come on, Dundee. Come on, Turco. Come on, keep it going, Marco. Pull hard. Keep it going. Come on, Marco. That's it. See the white shouting him on there. Lovely to see Merva. Beautiful spin, encouraging. Come on, Henning. Come on, Henning. Come on, Willie. That's it. Come on, it's good. Both very good. Very fast. Great stuff. Very, very close to each other.
Yes.
Here, Charlie Barnum wants to recover here. Hjalti, which puts them into second position for the fastest time, but the cumulative total is more than some of the others. And slightly ahead. Come on, Jamie, keep it pulling. Well done, Jamie. Well done. Good pulling. So Jon-Pall has caught up at least 1 point. And the official board of Highland Dancing. We're very grateful to the Scottish official board for sending the dancers along here today. And we're grateful to Pat Clark for training the dancers to the level we know they'll show. Briefing by Dr. Douglas Edmunds, who is the chief judge for the competition. Douglas. At the moment, Jamie Reeves is in the lead by 2 points over Jon-Pall Sigmarsson. Not very much at all. We ask the athletes to make any adjustments to the boards for their particular heat. We have blocks in. If you feel they're not right for you, you may adjust the blocks to suit yourself at your particular heat. start. The two men are standing by as a safety precaution in case they need to give a little bit of support, but they don't have to turn the car in any way. There's nothing to hold on to except the side of the car. There are no special lifting bars. All they get is a pair of gloves if they so desire. They can wear a pair of gloves. Hjalti Arnason wondering how best to do this. Who's our first heat? Hjalti and Charlie. Two men who are very close together in the competition. Hjalti Arnason from Iceland and Tjalling van den Bosch from Friesland in the Netherlands. As you can see, we take all the safety precautions available. These are very difficult and slightly dangerous events, but of course safety is paramount in our minds. Programs are on sale for the Scottish Strength Challenge, costing only £1. It's a many-page program, profusely illustrated with photographs of the competitors and the event. So programs, £1 available as Pauline moves around the ground with her lovely programs. Only £1 from a lovely lady. Yes, here they are then. Hjalti Arnason lining up with Charlie van den Bosch. And I'm going to keep well out of the way. Anything can happen, and usually does. And they're off. Can they turn them? Watch them. Over they go, and they're away. Next, here we go. And over they go, and they're round to the finish. And Charlie crossed the line just about the same, but I think he'd a slight head on him. Yeah, look at that. But he's limping. Cheer them on then, you know what's happening now. Henning Thorsen. Charlie van den Bosch, and I'm going to keep well out of the way. Anything can happen, and usually does. And they're off. Can they turn them? Watch them. Over they go, and they're away. Next, here we go. And over they go, and they're round to the finish. And Charlie crossed the line just about the same, but I think he'd a slight. But he's limping. Cheer them on then, you know what's happening now. Henning Thorsen. And they're off. Come on then, boys. Up you come. In you go. And over they go. That's it. Come on, Odie. Come on, Henning. Keep it going. That's it. Off you go to the finish. And Odie won that heat. It seemed a very fast time. Look at him. He's still managing to laugh. He's laughing like mad, having come to a few cars. Odie, have you ever done that before?
Yeah, once a guy made a bad mistake in parking my parking place and I turned the car over.
Did you catch that? I was asking you if you'd ever done it before. You said yes. Once a guy stole my parking. Jon-Pall and Jamie Reeves, the two who are neck and neck, always great rivals, always great friends. And off they go. Oh, Jamie. What's happening? Something seems to have happened to Jamie Reeves. We'll correct it and let you know just what's happening in a few minutes. But meantime, have we got a doctor in the house? We've got a masseur first aid. Are there any doctors handy, or any doctors or first aid men handy? If there's any doctors or first aid, please go to Jamie Reeves. If we have a doctor in the house, please go to Jamie Reeves. Meantime, can we continue to start? And off they go. Marcussen Vierte. Over he goes, and Brian Bell Being encouraged on by Ilkka Numisto. Up you come, and a good deadlift by Brian Bell, and off they go to the finish in the Scottish Power Challenge. Good times, I'm sure. Marcu hit his face against the van, but they're real tough guys, these. There's the first one done with Ian Murray lifting along. Ian Murray lifting away. And he's done it, and he's running to the finish, or hustling to the finish. Hop along Murray. He sprained his ankle badly yesterday, and in spite of that, he can still come over the two cars. Ian, I want a wee word with you. Only the competitor who is at the time, so that there's good news for everybody else to see. Unlimited number of attempts. We don't know quite how it will go, so we're going to be very kind to the lifters and let them have as many attempts as the way it can be. Ian Murray is going to take a first attempt. He's lifting on one leg. It's very difficult for him. So he's got some job here this afternoon. Ian Murray is 700 pounds. They have 90 seconds in which to make their attempt.
Come on.
It's lifting a good bit on the leads, but the wheels are not coming off the ground.
Come on, Ian.
Lifting, the leaves are lifting, but it's not coming off. I think we'll probably have to reduce the weight. Do you think it's going to go at that?
Should find out.
Hjalti Arnason. Hjalti Arnason is making his lift. He holds the Scandinavian record for deadlift.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And as you can see, like Ian Murray, the bars are bending, but it's not enough to lift it off the ground. Now the leaves are bending. You see the strings, it's springing. You know what you said, we'll soon see, so we'll soon see. I think we've got to... which will be approximately 550 pounds. And it's off, and the wheels are spinning, and it's a good lift. Well done, Hjalti Arnason. 550. Who's a superb deadlifter. Brian Bell is Britain's representative in the World Championship, not Scotland's representative, but Britain's representative, having won the British Heavyweight Powerlifting Championship approximately 3.5 weeks ago, where he trains at the YMCA Club. Brian Bell from Scotland's strongest man, Brian Bell from Dundee. Now, sure that Brian can do this. I'm very, very confident deadlift. Up it goes, and the wheels spin. Well done. Good man, Brian. Henning Thorsen, also a powerful deadlifter, being powerlifting champion of Denmark. Come on then, Henning Thorsen. 6'1" and 24 stone 2. Good lift.
Yes, buddy.
No bother for Ian Murray, in spite of his bad ankle, that's more like it. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson, the Viking cometh, the Iceman cometh. 23 stone on the first time, and 6'3.5" in height.
What was the wheel spin like?
A very handsome Viking.
Hey, Jon-Pall, that must be them.
Up it goes and the wheels go round.
Yes, sir. Down when I say that. Right.
Mirva, his wife and coach, encouraging him on. Come on, Marco. Well done. Up it goes and down it goes. Davie Shaw, round one. Here he comes. Up it goes and the wheels go round.
Yes, sir. Down when I say that. Right.
Mirva, his wife and coach, encouraging him on. Come on, Marco. Well done. Up it goes and down it goes. Good lift. Davie Shaw from Glasgow. Davie Shaw, one of the great Scottish competitors in his first major competition. Davie's 5'9" and 16.5 stone.
Good.
And he's a good powerlifter, so it's quite easy for him. Winner of several major powerlifting contests.
One bottle, please.
One barrel goes on, so instead of being 550, it's now 670. With our leverage factor, we're quite aware that it isn't the full value of that is calculated. So these are only indicative weights for our measurement purposes. For everybody. Good. Well done. 670 for Hjalti Arnason. A good lift. Henning Thorsen from Randers in Belgium. Denmark's strongest man in 1984, 87, 88 and 89. The Danish super heavyweight champion. Up, let's go. Well done. Henning Thorsen from Denmark. They have 90 seconds in which to make their attempt, and that's enough time to pass or fail.
Spin. Down.
The sick, the lame, and the lazy. Not many lazy men around here.
Wait now, wait. Time on, now.
Up it comes.
Come on, Ian. Come on, Ian.
Come on, Ian.
Come on, Ian.
Nearly there.
Come on,
Nearly
Ian.
there. It's
Push
very
me a
nearly
good
there.
leg.
Come on.
Come on, push me
Go
a
on, yes, it's coming, it's coming.
Yes.
No, he's trying all his weight at 550, not succeeding with a 670. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson.
Spin. Down.
And he's made it. And he lowers it as gently as a basket of eggs. Rather lighter than the basket.
Hello. The panic going over there.
O.D. Wilson. He was the one who lifted it easiest of all. So he should manage this easily. Now fellas, remember, you needn't take every lift. It might be wise to take every one, but if you wish to miss a lift, you can do. It's unlimited number of lifts.
Spin. Down.
Easy for O.D. So easy for this big man. A very gentle giant. I told the story yesterday for big O.D. went out to a special school at Alexandria on Monday. One young kiddie after she was stamped in his foot with his upturn. He said he didn't think so. She stamped in his foot, he only smiled. So the rest of the kids said, I want to do that. And 40 kids stamped in the big man's feet. made it. Well done. Davie Shaw, proceeding 670. Seconds ago to lift the weight. Hjalti Arnason, winner of the Canadian Denmark 10 tournament. And ranked to be the second strongest man, and it's a good lift from Hjalti. And in the evenings, he's a bouncer in discos. And they don't have a lot of trouble in the discos in which Henning is a bouncer. And he made it. No? And it's spinning. It's a good lift. Not? Okay, he's got to wait till every go. And he made it. No? And it's spinning. It's a good lift. Not? Okay, he's got to wait until the referee tells him to put it down. And he's got it. Well done. 3 repetitions for Henning Thorsen. Here he comes then, Ryan Bell. One of Scotland's best deadlifter, probably the best deadlifter. Best deadlifter of all time in Scotland. Down, good man, Ryan. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson.
This is a deadlift, not a monkey lift.
He's got something to say to the audience. I'm not very sure about his landing. The size of those thighs bulging through his kilt.
Oh, you welcome. America's
Strongest man. The audience. I'm not very sure about his landing. The size of those thighs bulging through his kilt. O.D. Wilson, America's strongest man. And it's a good lift. No, not a good lift. Judge being strict as he should be. Down. Well done. A good-natured big giant is. No? Give it in. Come on, Davie. Come on. Come on, Davie. Rip it up. That's a stop. Shout for Davie.
Come on, kid.
Whoa. Got it out. He's got 90 seconds, so still a little time. Come on, this is for Scotland. Come on then, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. That's it. Pull, come on, pull. Pull. No, he's not going to make it. Can anybody do this weight? It wasn't such a big jump as last time, but they're finding it really hard. Next, Jon-Pall Sigmarsson, again, using the French chalk. This removes all the perspiration from the hands, just as they do in gymnastics. The Viking. A popular man in Scotland. Carries 150 kilos all the way around the tournament, front of the grandstand, and it's a four-square course. They have to carry them as far as they can. They might not then manage the full course once, on the other hand, they may well do it. But already they're sure that some of them will manage the full course. I was mentioning earlier that the allowance for the air travel is generally 20 kilos, which is 44 pounds. They're carrying 300 pounds. So if you're on... Pulled his bicep, has been pulled clean off the bone. The bicep has jumped right up to the top of his shoulder. He's been in, he's seen the doctor, he's seen the surgeon, and he's being operated on tomorrow morning. But we're glad to see him back. Look at him, the tough guy is still able to smile. The implications for him are horrendous. A lot of loss of work, and he'll probably be out of the world's strongest man. But he's taking it very bravely indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please show your appreciation and sympathy for Jamie Reeves? Thank you, Jamie. No, the left hand will do fine, Jamie. Never mind waving your right hand. What a big-hearted guy. I'll tell you, I feel so sorry to see the competitors for the Farmers Walk. Pauline and Jim, would you like to join? What a big-hearted guy. I'll tell you, I feel so sorry to see the competitors for the Farmers Walk. Pauline and Jim, would you like to join? A demonstration of how to do the Farmers Walk.
I mean, I'm all messed up. I'm all messed up, Mom. Mom. Something else for you.
I asked him what had gone wrong, and he told me he'd taken one of these these mail-order courses for muscle building, and one half of the course had got lost in the post. If you've got any cameras, it would be well worthwhile getting a picture of these guys, and we'll maybe at the final get them lined up so that they can take the prize presentation, and also you can take their photograph. So we'll arrange for a photocall towards the end of the show. Now, I could give you the overall position at the present moment. Here is the result as it stands at the moment. In the first place, now gone into the lead, is Jon-Pall Sigmarsson of Iceland with 69.5 points. In second place is also Iceland, 60.5 points for Hjalti Arnason. And Davie is away in front there. Marcu can then pull in and keep close to the monument as they go round it. And at that speed, it looks as though Davie Shaw is going to make sure that his grip doesn't give out too quickly. In other words, he feels that time is important as well, because it's time that takes his grip to go on. That's the stuff. Give him a cheer as they come down in front of you. There's the stuff. Davie Shaw for Glasgow, doing very well. Remember, it's distance that counts. Cheer him on a bit to the finish. Well done, Davie. Great stuff. Good man. Keep it going. He's going to make it right round, and can he do more? Come on, Marcussen. Ilkka Numisto cheering him on as they come down the side stretch. And Davie, come on, cheer him down on the other side. Distance is the thing, not time. Come on, Marcu, you're doing great. Come on, Davie, and come on, Marcu. Davie beginning to stagger. Give him a wee bit of encouragement to get him to Orjo. Come on, Marcu. And Davie goes down. Come on, Marcu, you know what you've got to beat now. Come on, can Marcu beat Davie? Can Marcu? Come on, Marcu. No, he can't quite. So Davie Sharp is in the lead also. Brian has much more experience, but OD has a weight advantage. Brian Bell is one of the best at this. He won this event at the last World Muscle Power Championship. So we know that Brian is very good at the Farmers Walk. The Farmers Walk is an old farmyard event. It used to be done in the farmyard to see how far they could carry heavy objects down the farm. It was then exported to Canada, where the event continues in highly game known as the Circus Walk. Come on, Brian. Come on, OD. Plenty of time. Time is not important. But Brian's doing well. OD's doing well too. Good show, OD. Looking massive. Great stuff. And OD has gone out. It's not his hands that's giving out, I'm sure. It'll be his breath, his wind. But is Brian going to beat Davie Shaw? It looks as though he's going to beat Davie. is ahead of Davie Shaw. He's ahead of Davie. Come on, Brian. Cheer him on a wee bit. There's a lot of an awful lot. We're ready now for the third of 5 heats. And Scotland is in the first and second places, so that's pretty good at this moment. The result at this moment in time is Brian Bell first, second Davie Shaw, third Marcussen Vierte, and fourth Odie Wilson. This is the order of the Farmers' Walk at present, but not the overall order, where it's Jon-Pall Sigmarsson first, second Hjalti, Dr. Douglas Edmunds in charge of the Scottish Power Challenge. Here they come, Hjalti Arnason in the lead, and it's as they come down this side that the effort starts to tell, and the folks down here are great at giving him a little bit of encouragement. Come on, boys, you're doing good. Stop. That's excellent. Well done. That's the thing. Come on, boys, you're doing good. They know exactly what they've got to do. And Charlie's down. Yes, he was limping. He's beaten OD, and I think that's what was in his mind. But Hjalti's going to try to beat the two Scots. He's moving ahead of Davie Shaw now. He split athletes in the whole world. They even invited Russians, and I can tell you that as late as Friday night, we had a Russian on the phone saying that he was sorry that he had to pull out because he couldn't get a visa from Estonia. Karl Lubas, the Estonian wrestling champion, was all lined up. Well done, Scottish Power. And there's Norman from Huntly, a discovery when we had the ultimate challenge at his opponent, so he's crippled before he lifts the weights. Henning Thorsen counting his fingers. Make sure they're all there after the handshake. Or the skin, sorry. Has he got it strapped up? He's just... The pains. Right, off they go. Now remember, it's distance. They're trying to carry him as far as possible, but time is an element because the hand eventually goes up. Even if you are standing still, it would give up in time. So you've got to judge whether you should take it out of your cardiovascular system, your heart and lungs, and go for speed, or whether you just take it easy like Henning is doing and go for the distance. Here's Jon-Pall. He's got to beat the Scot Brian Bell. Okay. He's nearly past the first. He's passing the first one now. He's passing the second one now. Yes, come on. He's asking you to shout for him. Taking a wide touch. Come on then, the Viking, he's passing Davie Shaw now. Now he's stopping to talk to, whose back's that, he says. Hey, that's the way you go, you're facing the wrong way. He's going to beat Brian Bell. He's beating Brian Bell now. And that's a bit of psychology. He strikes out Henning Thorsen by walking backward. Here's the pigeons coming, Jon-Pall. Watch the pigeons. Come on.
I am a proper man! Kom meistern! Ja!
But there's one man still to go. Ian Murray. All good at the Farmers' Walk. They've been practicing it for centuries and they've done very well.
Come on, Ian, you can do it.
Now here's Ian Murray coming down the side. Come on, he needs a bit of help now. He's coming back. Come on, Ian. Come on, Ian. Here's the last part. Come on, you've two opponents close together. You might pass two. Come on, Ian. You've two to pass. Two to pass. One more. Come on. See if you can pass Charlie Van den Bosch. Here's Charlie's pool there.
Charlie. Can you pass Charlie? Can you pass the next one? Oh, to be Davie. He's doing great. The injured man is doing really good. Come on, go for Davie Shaw. He's going for Davie. He's going for Davie Shaw. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, try and pass Davie. He's going to go Davie.
But what an effort for Ian Murray from Irvine. A great effort in spite of an injured ankle. Great stuff. Well done. And Marcussen Vierte rushes to congratulate him. Well, that was really good. And so, the result... Can you tell us in your own words a little bit about the rules of the modified sumo wrestling tournament we're going to have as the final event of the Scottish Power Challenge?
What we're trying to do is to give these lads, they're not really wrestlers, an opportunity to compete, but without too much risk of injury. So we've modified the rules a wee bit. You see the red circle in the centre? If their feet touch that, if their feet go into that, they'll lose the bout. If any part of the body except the soles of the feet...
Very much, Willie Baxter, that was very clearly explained. Now we're making them take their boots off because in the last bout, Hoek van Eyck of Holland tried to kick somebody to death with his shoes on. So bare feet or stocking soles. I don't know whose seat this is, but if it's any of the competitors, they can have it back right away. No way am I going to argue with them. Oh, it's Jon-Pall. Here he is. He's giving me a lesson in sumo. I think he's challenging me to the first. I was thinking of the odour that might pervade the square, and they took their socks off as well. So, bare feet, gentlemen, your socks would slip on the mat. One is a slug, and the dying quail.
The dead wheels went up hill.
It looks like a Save the Whales convention, so anybody that would like to put them back in the sea is very welcome. All right, here they go then. Graham McEwen in charge, Hjalti Arnason, and Marcussen Vierte in the final item of the Scottish Power Challenge. Keep away from the side, and he's pushed them out. That was over quickly, but Marco was just a little bit too near the edge, so the first bout is to Hjalti Arnason. But it's the best of three, remember, and Marco will maybe be a little bit more cautious next time. That's it, and Marco gets in, and it must be both feet out, one foot doesn't count, must be both feet out, or up, down on the circle. That's it, and a good man, 1-1. Why are you laughing, Hjalti Arnason? You shouldn't be laughing. 1-1, and now the final, 1 each. You don't want us to know what they're saying. Come on, Marco. Come on, Hjalti. Oh! And Hjalti threw him. So, let's see, it should be clear enough here. The bout goes to Hjalti Arnason, bout number 1. You've got the idea, 2-1. Bout number 1 goes to Hjalti Arnason over Marcussen Vierte. Sports Centre, that is. Ready for bout number 2. Henning Thorsen, the Hercules of Denmark, a title he won just 3 weeks ago. Come on then, Glasgow versus Randers in Denmark.
Get him, Davie!
And a playful slap from Henning. Davie Shaw taking the first one, and Henning just laughing. I'll get you this time, he says, son. You watch this.
Run between his legs, Davie. Come on, Davie.
Come on then, this is going to be good. Well, Davie Shaw, he's been watching television by the look of it.
So you don't have to be big by the look of it. And Davie Shaw takes it out. Well done, Davie. He's trying not to look pleased. Davie, you can allow yourself to look pleased, you know. Well done. And Henning's not too pleased with himself. He's throwing himself away, but I think he's just disappointed. And next we have Brian Bell versus O.D. Wilson. Brian Bell and... try and impersonate O.D. Wilson in his last comment. If someone had told me 10 years ago that I was doing sumo wrestling, I'd tell them they were crazy. Come on, O.D. Your kilt's a bit long, son. I need a pair of cycle clips. Come on then, O.D. and Brian Wilson. Brian Bell and O.D. Wilson. Come on then. Here they come. Hold it, so O.D. Wilson seems to have taken the first ball, but let's watch the referee's hand as he takes him up. But he did push him out anyway, so he's the best in two ways. First ball to O.D. Wilson. I think the referee had a bit of a job holding his arm up there. It was a bit heavy to lift. That's it, so he got it down. And O.D. Wilson takes it out. I think Brian was a bit intimidated then. Very difficult to decide these. I wouldn't like to be the referee. And it's Brian Bell. Yes, 1-1. 1-all. Now this is the decider. Break, and Brian Bell stumbled and put his hands down. I think. Charlie van den Bosch takes the throw. 2-1. 2 to Charlie, 1 to Brian, because Brian put his hands on the ground. Well, a little bit of waltzing going on there. And the first ball goes to Brian Bell. 1-0. Henning Thorsen from Randers, the bouncer and structural engineer from the little town of Randers, where he lives with his wife and his 2 lovely children. They're beginning to get the hang of this, I think. It was like throwing the 28-pound weight from distance there. Only Brian Bell gets the throw and he wins the point over Henning Thorsen. Next two will be Marcussen Vierte versus Charlie van den Bosch. Marcussen Vierte from Finland. 1 foot only. Okay, they've got to be out. Oh, Charlie having a great time here. He's enjoying himself for the last 2 days. Marcussen Vierte gets the throw. 1-0. Yes. Both teams seem to be out there. I hate to anticipate the judges' result, and it's 1-all. 1-1. The final bout between Marco and Tjalling. one. Don't know quite what happened, but the judge no doubt knows. And it's Charlie van den Bosch taking a cross buttock with a throw from the belt there, and Marcussen Vierte some very fine moves before the lose. And now we come on to the second group. Oh, the Viking roar, Viking power. OD, he thinks this is a bit of fun. OD, is this never been working? Oh, wait a minute, yes sir, yes sir.
Jon-Pall hurt me. I'm going to go back to America, get my gun, and come back and blow his brains out.
There's some intimidation for you. Jon-Pall, if you have some, I'm going to blow your brains out. Okay, come on then. This is going to be great. Come on, fellas. Oh, look at this. Come on, Paul. Come on. Oh. Well, I would like to decide between the two of those. What's this? What's this? Whose hand goes up? A dog fall, both at the same time. Isn't that a democratic and tactful judge? I think I'd have done the same. Well, see that dead coward like I am. Come on then, fellas. Come on, Jon-Pall Sigmarsson does it. O.D. Wilson. This is... Oh, and no. This is really good. How evenly matched they are. Watch it. Jon-Pall. Boy, it's exciting.
Come on!
The judge is Graham McEwen of Glasgow, a very tactful man he is too. Here we go. This is it, right? Oh!
If this is Jon-Pall, I quit.
This is fantastic. Really good. OD gets it. 1-0. My word. 1-0. This is so exciting. Oh, OD gets it again. Jon-Pall's angry.
Up from America!
OD. And OD gets it. Jon-Pall skulls. Hey, yo. Right, there's the two semi-finals, and now we... for Davie Shaw.
What is happening? Come on.
Here we come. I'll get you, big fella, he says, I'll get you. This is like the gully getting a Saturday night. 1-1.
The greatest man of Glasgow!
The greatest man of Glasgow, says Jon-Pall. Well done. And tonight, Davie will be singing Glasgow Belongs to Me. Jon-Pall Sigmarsson takes third place. Well done, Davie Shaw, to take on the 3 times world's strongest man. Here's Hjalti Arnason from Iceland and O.D. Wilson. Now, I did promise to tell you the story of O.D. and why it's O.D. It's not as the Falls and out there say. All the strongmen say he's called O.D. Wilson because when his mother saw him, she said, "Oh dear." That's not true. Actually, his mother wanted to call him Otis, and his father, I don't remember the name, his father said that it was starting with a D, and so they decided to compromise and just christened him O.D. Wilson, and that's the story of how he got his name. The great O.D. Wilson from North Carolina, USA, against the great Hjalti Arnason of Reykjavik, Iceland, the final bout in the Scottish Power Challenge of 1990, part of Glasgow's cultural capital of Europe festivities. Let the bout commence. The final bout. Now you're allowed to encourage them, you know. Perfectly okay. O.D. and Hjalti. And Hjalti goes out for the first one. So O.D. takes the first point. Best of 3. He looks mean, man. And I'm not saying which one. Come on, boys. You're doing great. Look fierce. Who's going to get it? Who is it going to be? Now, that's interesting, very interesting, and I made my own conclusions there, but I dare say them when we've got a chief judge. Yes, it's O.D. O.D. gets it, so it's 2-0. And the winner of the wrestling bout is O.D. Wilson, USA. In second place, Hjalti Arnason of Iceland. In third place, Jon-Pall Sigmarsson of Iceland. In fourth place in wrestling. As soon as you're ready, boys, please come down. Thank you very much indeed. And the first
T-shirts back on again. Killer T-shirts back on again. Right.
T-shirts on, please, fellows, ready for the final presentation. And those who are ready, will come down and we'll start giving the scores. Henning Thorsen is the first to be ready. Thank you very much, Henning, and Hjalti lead the way. Well done. O.D. Wilson. The final results in reverse order, and we'd like to show great appreciation to each and every competitor. First of all, we'll ask for your appreciation to our Glasgow competitor who did so well in the wrestling, Davie Shaw, our great competitor. Come on, Davie, forward and get a medal. If you have a medal, we have it this afternoon. Presenting the medals, ladies and gentlemen, we have Duncan White, the Director of Finance for Scottish Power, who will be saying a word to you after the medal presentation and before the victory ceremony. Next, Ian Murray, the Highlander from Irvine. All along Murray, got a new name now. But he has kept going throughout the competition, and for that, he deserves our congratulations. From Finland, we have Marcussen Vierte standing in for Ilkka Numisto. Ilkka, you should be over here too. And then we have our next competitor, Brian Bell from Dundee. There's Ilkka Numisto. Here. Then we have Henning Thorsen, the Hercules of Denmark. Next, after Henning Thorsen, Jay Reeves, and particularly for Jay, who still managed, in spite of his injuries, to come fifth in the competition, only going halfway through. Well done, Jay Reeves. And then that popular new personality, O.D. Wilson, USA. Ladies and gentlemen,
Scottish Power Director of Finance, Mr. Duncan White.
Thank you very much, David. Just a very brief word to say thank you to all the competitors, and if I might mention to Davie Webster a lot for your operation tomorrow. I understand he's out of a contest for at least 2 years, and it's quite a serious operation. Hope you're keeping well. Again, I thank you to David Webster for the commentating and amusement over the last couple of days. I hope everybody enjoyed the competition and the entertainment. But I'd like to hand it back to David to introduce the winners. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Duncan White, and thanks to Scottish Power for sponsoring the event. A special medal to the man who came here to compete in Ilkka Numisto. 4 times an Olympic Games competitor. A great old man of sling event. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the top 3 in reverse order. In 3rd place, Tjalling Bosch from the Netherlands with 62.5 points. In 2nd place, from Iceland, Hjalti Arnason with 77.5 points. And the winner of the Great Scottish Power Challenge is Jon-Pall Sigmarsson of Iceland. The Iceland.
Viking power!
Scottish power! Iceland power indeed. Viking power. Well, there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful competition. We'll ask them to stay in the dais for a minute or two for any photographs you would like to be taken. Can you all crowd round the dais for a final photograph with for the photographers? And anybody in the crowd who would like to take pictures, you're very welcome indeed. Just make sure you get these Scottish Power logos in on the chest. Come on, Jamie, right in front of Jon-Pall. And we ask now for one final presentation of the whole crowd round. Mr. Duncan White
is going to pass the
the champion sword to Jon-Pall Sigmarsson to take on
to the next
international strength competition. The champion sword from Mr. Duncan White, Director of Finance of the Scottish Power. And Islander, the famous thanx, the famous signal from Scottish Power. That's it. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. A great group of men. Thank you all, each and every one of you, for a great show. You've really done very, very well indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all the support you have given these men this afternoon. And finally,